Fashioned way. Paul Shankman meets the Melody Makers. And Paul Shankman tunes up for a tale of togetherness.
What's the best way, do you think, to keep a marriage in tune? For one St. Charles couple, the answer comes from working in harmony. Paul Shankman is here to show us how one couple is actually making a living at helping others make music. Paul?
Well, Gina, you might say this is a story to touch your heartstrings. Robert and Julia Clemens have found a way to keep their marriage sound thanks to the sound of music.
There is one of just about everything on Main Street in St. Charles, but in this fancy shop, there are two. Robert and Julia Clemens take enormous pleasure in stringing up St. Louis musicians. He makes violins from scratch. She fixes them when they get scratched.
I always wanted to be a violin maker. I mean, from the age of, I started playing when I was 11. By the time I was 14, I knew I wanted to be a violin maker. And by the time I was 16, I built my first instrument. And this was all the study of books and so forth. But I really wanted to do it from a very early age, but Julia had kind of a different experience.
I was coming from the player's viewpoint. I had a terrible accident to my cello, and it sounded so much better when it had been repaired that I really wanted to learn how to do that.
And they learned how to do it together. Robert and Julia met as students at the Chicago School of Violin Making, discovering a mutual love for the instrument and for each other. As a couple, they make beautiful music together.
She graduated well before I did from school, and it gave me a bit of an insight on the final exam, but it was great because we really enjoyed the school together, and it was a great start for our careers.
Who had the better grades?
Oh, Robert did.
She's a better player, though.
For a long time, they plied these same jobs in different shops. But 3.5 years ago, they turned their duet into a solo act, opening a place together as well polished as the instruments they create and care for.
We spend so much time here, why not feel like we're really comfortable? And our house is appointed with antiques as well, so it kind of is at home for us.
Today, a lot of musicians, including several from the St. Louis Symphony, are singing this couple's praises, and it's easy to see why. Robert's works often turn into works of art.
This is an example I built as a student when I was studying in Chicago. It was
I hope you got an A.
I did, in fact. In fact, it was this instrument that got me my introduction to the master craftsman I studied with after school. I was the first maker he actually took on as a student, and it was because of this instrument.
I wanted you to look at my bow. It's really old. It's warped, and now it's warped back the other way.
Oh, okay.
And I was wondering if there's any hope for it.
Oh, okay, sure.
In Julia's hands, there is always hope. She's had to fix just about every make of violin there is except one of Robert's.
Is it sort of like being a doctor in the sense, I mean, you're not saving lives, but you're bringing life back to something that's
Yeah, it always kind of feels that way, yeah. I mean, you're caring for something that, if somebody doesn't maintain these, I mean, they're going to eventually be unplayable, so... yeah, in that sense, it's very much like a doctor. Actually, my dad's an orthodontist, yeah, so I think I inherited some hand skills. So. Well, this one actually is an old dental clipper. They use it for cutting metal, and it's really perfect for some types of bow work where you're dealing with little metal windings and wires and stuff. It works really well. So, yeah, thanks, Dad.
Occasionally I make an instrument which is really special, and it's kind of hard to let it go. It happens every now and again, and you're always trying to improve, and there may be something unique about a certain example you've just finished that's especially nice in a certain area of tone color or something, and you want to try to have that around a little longer than you probably should, and it's hard to let them go, but it's on to something new then.
It is also hard getting to that point. Violin making isn't as pretty as violin music. It can take 5 or 6 tries to get it right and 6 to 9 months to get it finished, even for a master. But together as husband and wife, as builder and rebuilder, the Clemens certainly know the score.
Well, I like the idea that I'm preserving something that somebody else created, and I have a hand in keeping it going for a player. That's what I really like.
If you are good at what you do and you pursue it with all your heart, you'll do quite well.
And the Clemens are doing quite well. In fact, they're moving their shop to a house in Clayton that used to be owned by an opera singer.
Mingling Brothers.